Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. John 15:13. Leave him! You deserve better. Many men went to war, and they're just fine. He smokes that dope and does drugs because he's a lowlife, an addict. Military men are supposed to be strong and honorable. There's nothing strong or honorable about him. Mom, it's not too late. You don't need him. You're the one who has supported us most of our lives. He's never kept a job for more than a year. You're still pretty. You'll find someone else. She sat stunned in the front passenger seat, holding her face. The visor mirror reflected a bruise rising in the shape of my wedding ring on her left cheek. Don't you ever tell me or suggest in any way that I leave my husband. Who did she think she was? Who did any of them think they were? So-called friends and family spewing their venom of self-actualization and putting self first foolishness. Not content with my contentment, they had to corrupt his child, the one who carries his blood in his name. He is myself, and I am his self. We are one. His breath mine, and mine his. Our souls are merged in the fiber woven by God. The same fiber with which he has woven my love for my children. Am I supposed to leave them or put them out because they're reeling from the hostile blows of life? If my husband is disposable, are they? My husband is my hero, and I am his. If the war had been on our soil, then we would see firsthand its devastation. Then the horrors of war and its ability to inflict death on those still walking with no visible wounds would be obvious. They would see their friends and family shot. How would they react? Would they lose their minds? Would they become alcoholics, drug addicts? Or would they just go back to work and church as if nothing happened? No impolite outward signs of damage. Blood would not be in some distant land, but on their streets, and maybe right in their homes. But no. Brave men, my husband among them, left the stability and warmth of safe, loving homes and good jobs to stop these terrors before they could terrorize our land. They took the lashes on their backs as prisoners of war, on their minds when they saw friends killed in front of them, wondering why they survived. And now, from fools who seek to smother their souls that cry out. It was quiet that night at dinner. He knew something had happened. But after his inquiry was met with an offer of potatoes, he knew to drop it. My smile let him know there was no reason for concern. The night would be beautiful, the love tender. I'm so proud of you, Sam, for how hard you worked to care for and provide for our family. Little Sammy really liked it when you took him to the park to practice his fastball. You know, his coach says that he has your arm, and he will be great one day because of all the time you spend practicing with him. Of course, What I like best is how much he looks like you. Even after 25 years, I could still make him blush. But I have to watch those little girls at his school. They like him too much because he's sweet, like his daddy. As the love continued to flow from my lips to his ears, tears began their flow down paths chiseled in his face long ago. How handsome he had been in his uniform, proud to go off and serve his country. Then he talked incessantly about preserving our way of life in America. When he returned, he planned to become a brick mason, a master carpenter, and then a builder. He would show me pictures and architectural digests of homes he planned to build. But when he had to shoot a little boy who had just killed his best friend, his world began to unravel, starting with his mind. Nightmares of his buddy Ben, an architect who had decided to move back home with Sammy to become his business partner in the New Breed architectural construction company, haunted him. And when he was awake, he thought of the kid. How would his mother feel when she heard of his death? Murderer! 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 He could hear her screams, her inescapable screams. The doctors gave him medication to calm his nerves and nightmares instead of sending him home. I guess they did what they thought best. But the medication didn't work. You could hear him wailing in the trenches. So his buddies gave him reefer to help the medication along. Now I'm okay. I can function. I can sleep. I'm okay, he'd think to himself. I have a surprise for you, darling, I said, smiling. The number 52 sat on top his favorite walnut fudge brownie. He bit his lip and stared at me in anger and disbelief. You're stupid. Stupid. You're just stupid. Didn't you hear me say I lost my job today? Why are you with me? You should just leave. You can do better. You deserve better. I handed him the calendar and the black marker. You promised, I said. He marked an X on week 52 of his sobriety calendar. I removed the brownie from his hands. Now come here, I said, patting the bed next to me. You're my brave, strong man. He always talked about how my lips were soft that day, and as they parted, the warmth consumed him and made him strong enough, just strong enough, for him to think about trying again.